Welcome back to Two Player Start Plays 1001 Video Games. In between Pong and now, we've had a discussion about how we should treat the losers of Mano a Mano, Tommy versus Dano, and I am now bound by our agreement to say, hi, I'm Tom, and playing games with me today is the King of the Universe. And as King of the Universe, you get one decree. What is your decree, Your Majesty?
My roof is leaking. If you could just fix that.
I think we're going to have to talk about the decrees and what is and is not an acceptable decree. In this case, please don't make me fix your roof.
Fine. Then I demand a subscription to Cocaine Magazine.
Oh, okay. I'll get right on that. You ass hat.
Also, as my decree, you can't call me an asshat.
Oh, you get one decree. Just one.
Damn it. I wasted it on Cocaine Magazine.
Right. Okay, so I had to figure out which controller worked there because it wasn't. We're just gonna play. We're gonna play some Breakout for you. It's gonna be super exciting. I need to start the timer. I have now started the timer.
And we're getting to level 5 today, I think we said.
No, we're not. We're not even gonna make it to level 2. If things go the way they normally do, we might make it to level 1.
Aren't we on level 1?
Shush you.
Because if so, we made it.
Oh, I'm playing with the small panel. Hey, could you do me a favor? Never mind. I'm just gonna start over. Nope, not that one. That one. Okay, sorry. I had to reach. All right, here we go. We're not going to play with the small paddle because that's just a one-way ticket to Loser Town, where you lose in a town devoted to losers.
Good one.
I nailed the shit out of that.
Are you the mayor of Loser Town?
Yes. I'm the loser mayor. I drive around in my loser car as the loser mayor of Loser Town. Which was...
C-Lab.
Yes. Except in C-Lab
It was the jerk mayor.
Why don't you go drive around? Why don't you go drive around your jerk car in the jerk town that you're the jerk mayor of? We've talked about that show a few times already.
Have we on the show?
No, I guess not yet. Or at least if we have, we would never tell anyone what they have because we're certainly not playing this. Well, later.
Yeah, as discussed earlier, we're going back and playing some older games now. Just to, we distinctly stepped up our game on recording quality and also the being funny side of things.
Or are we actually going to go on record as saying that we're funny now?
Oh, I didn't say that. I said we stepped up our game on being funny.
Okay.
Like we're not on a scale of 1 to 10. We're not in the negatives anymore.
Yes. So tell the world what you know about Breakout.
Fucking nothing. Single player Pong.
That's actually the reason it was created, was because Pong was such a big hit, but you had to have 2 players because...
Pong was such a big hit, but people don't have friends. This was the start of the video games are for shut-in losers movement.
Well, and I believe that the original title for Breakout was not Breakout, it was Pong for people who don't have friends.
Pong for lonely losers.
Yep. Because the way that the original Pong worked was... God damn it, just go up there, thank you. The way that the original Pong worked was that this was before a time when artificial intelligence existed, so you couldn't have, like, a computer player. You had to have 2 players or you just didn't play Pong. So, similarly, this game did not have... Oh, that's me. Go ahead and you take the reins, boy.
No, fuck you.
Oh, really? You gotta play 1 round at least. I'm gonna make you play 1 round at some point.
All right, fine.
All right, so this is me again. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm just gonna start that shit over. All right, here we go. So yeah, because there was no such thing as artificial intelligence yet, which is intelligence with fish or something. I don't know.
I take back what I said about us being funnier.
It's probably for the best. So, because there was no artificial intelligence, the only way to have a 1-player Pong was to come up with an idea like this one, where you basically played against yourself. And right now, I believe that I am playing against myself and losing. It's kind of a sad state of affairs.
Well, at least if you're playing against yourself and one of you is losing, then the other you has to be winning.
Oh, it's true. I'd never thought about it that way. Good work. Thank you for making me feel slightly better.
It's all about moving the goalposts.
It is. So, I mean, Breakout was I think, even a bigger success than Pong was. I won't go way into the history of Breakout, because it gets kind of weird in that it was originally written by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. But I mean, it's become ubiquitous with the gaming industry. If you type Breakout into Google, Google will literally become Breakout. Have you ever done that, by the way?
I have. I've also done the Zerg
one?
Swarm.
Oh, I forgot about the Zerg Swarm.
Oh man, what was it? Is it recursive or something like that?
I don't know.
There's one word where if you type it in, it says, "Did you mean?" and then it's the same word.
Oh, come on. Okay, so getting to level 2 in this game is next to fucking impossible. If you get a score above 400, you did good. And right now, there's a chance that I might make it to 400. A chance, unless I fuck up in the next couple seconds here. But getting the last couple bricks, especially because, I don't know if you noticed, but once you get up to orange, I think it is, the ball goes at one angle, which means you get stuck in fucking loops like this right here, where now there you go.
You got 400 points. You did good.
Okay, so I had a good game. I don't think we're gonna make it to level 2 though, because that shit is what? Oh, okay, 413. So that's not bad. So you go ahead and give it a shot and see where you get to.
Okay. Do you have to restart the
Oh yeah.
machine?
Okay, so ready?
Yep.
Go ahead. Fucking really?
Fucking yeah! Look at that! Look at these skills!
Why don't you want to play this game? Why are you such a party pooper?
What are you talking about? I've got 4 points. I actually got a kicking the shit out of this game.
I love how the first two it said it passed the paddle, and then it felt bad for you.
Yep.
And now it's literally like, there you go. It wanted you to get at least 5 points. So are
I
you?
actually did that bad. There you go.
No, you have to play one for real. Okay,
All right.
play one for real.
I didn't have to do anything.
Son of a bitch. Okay, good. I want you to get a higher score than I did.
That's not fucking happening.
No. So, okay. We touched on this very, very briefly in Pong when I asked why you don't like vintage games and you said because you like good things.
Yeah.
But what is the actual reason? Is it just a lack of depth in the games?
In some cases, it's the fact that there's things to be said for skill-based games that don't really have a story. As a matter of fact, some of the games that I've already played so far on this on the Unlisted series don't really have much of a story. And I like roguelikes because they're extremely challenging, but
And
they
random.
usually have very little going on in terms of story. Your story is usually laid out for you at the beginning in like an old school way of like, in fucking what I'm trying to think of a good one that I've played. Faster Than Light. Your story is set out from the very beginning as you're going to meet up with the Empire because the rebels are coming. Go. That's your story. And so it's limited, but at the same time, this is both limited in story in that there isn't one.
Yeah. Well, no, you have to break out. Yeah.
That's me.
Is that you're satisfied with your score then?
I am. I got
All
85
right.
points.
I will do my best to make it to level 2 by the end of this episode, and we'll see what happens.
But so there's nothing really going on in terms of story. There's nothing really going on in terms of gameplay. There's no real sense of progression. There's no real sense of like. In some games, it's really good when you're essentially playing against yourself, a la Dark Souls, where you're not playing against yourself in Dark Souls, but you're not progressing in a sense of.
In Dark Souls, I feel that you're playing against developers that hate you.
You're playing the progression that you feel is some part character progression, but it's mostly about like as a player you're progressing. You're learning how to deal with each situation and each scenario and each enemy. Mm-hmm. In this, you're just hitting a ball and praying.
Praying that you'll hit the ball again.
In some cases, praying that you won't just be in a loop where it goes through where it just bounces around and hits absolutely nothing 5 times in a row.
It's true. And I definitely understand where people who are used to games today, I mean, you gotta understand, I was born in a time where Nintendo...
No, you fucking weren't. You were your first major console that you really, really played was the Nintendo.
Well, that's what I played with friends, but I mean, my first console that we really played was the Intellivision.
Yes, and I played that, and I actually love some games on the Intellivision because of that sense of player progression in things like Night Stalker. And there's also a sense of game progression because
Yeah.
you move on through different robots, and then the fucking bats become robots.
Now, what you got to think about is that Breakout, I think the first version of Breakout was 1977.
Yeah, but my point isn't it's bad and it should feel bad.
Yeah.
My point is, this style of game doesn't interest me as much because at the time they didn't have the tools to make things as interesting as they do now.
Now, if I could find
Or even 8 years later.
if I could find you a player progression game on the Atari 2600, would you like that? Because I know there is one. I don't own it yet, though.
It would probably be a short-term enjoyment.
Okay.
There's not much longevity in these games, I feel, is the problem.
Well, this one
And
is...
that is actually a big problem because I've played all of these games before. I've played Pong, I've played Breakout or its later iterations.
Yeah.
I've played the Oregon Trail. When we go and play Warlord, I've played that. And it's really hard to get into that again and be like, oh, fuck yeah, this is a great game that I know everything about because there's one thing to know about it.
It's true. I mean, and Warlords is basically just four-player Pong. Four-player Pong. Which, I mean, to be fair, when you've got 4 players going in that game, that thing is amazing.
And you've got 2 players in that game, green kills themselves.
Well, that's just on the Atari 2600 version. I can tell you right now already, we discussed this way back in Commander Keen.
Way back in that thing that hasn't been released yet on this channel.
It's true, but as we said, we've come back to this later. But we've run into a technical snag, and the technical snag is that we don't have a control surface proper for playing a game like Warlords in its original incarnation in the arcade, which is something that was important to me when doing this because I want to play these games the way that they were meant to be played, and I'm
my endless frustration.
to literally his endless, not literally your endless frustration, figuratively your endless frustration. But that's why Unlisted exists, is because we were gonna do just the list, and then we got 11 games in, and we're like, oh, I guess we can't go any further.
Well, it's not the only reason it exists. I had actually asked previously about other games because I wanted to, there are games that really should be on that fucking list, and there
Yeah.
are also games that couldn't be on the list because it was published in 2010 and it's been 5 years, and unfortunately that list doesn't continue to update itself.
Yes, well, but we are making a secondary list of games that we'll play once we're caught up on the 1001 games 10 years from now. You want to do this for 10 years? Are you into this for the long haul?
You sure it's only going to take 10 years?
Well, it could take longer. It really depends on, how much time we invest in and how long we take in some games. Did you know that there are a lot of Final Fantasy games on the list?
I did. On the bright side, some of those will go by really, really, really fast.
They will?
We'll have to sit through some dialogue options, but I know every way to beat Kefka in one hit in Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is okay, would it be fair to say that is your absolute favorite Final Fantasy game?
Oh, without a doubt. That game makes all of the other Final Fantasies to date.
Feel bad?
I was gonna say something along the lines of look like toys for children,
Okay.
because that game, no other game in the Final Fantasy series has come close to having as interesting a group of characters in as wide a setting with as interesting of, even when you go on to probably the second best, which is, some people are not going to like this, but I think it's Final Fantasy IX.
Really?
Yes.
I would not have guessed that.
They went back to the cartoony feel. They stopped trying to be real life.
Final Fantasy, definitely real life.
When you die in Final Fantasy, you die in real life.
Oh shit. I've destroyed all of the orange tiles, which means the ball isn't going to speed up. And it's not going to go at a random angle, which means
You actually have a chance?
we might make it to level 2. I would have to really fuck up for us to not make it to level 2, which I might be about to do. Nope. Okay. Oh,
Still at
shit.
that odd angle, though.
My heart is fucking pounding. I gotta do it. It'll be like the 3rd time ever that I've made it to level 2 if we do it right now. Oh, and I've only got one man.
Oh!
There we go. That's level 2.
Level 2.
Holy
Son
shit.
of a bitch. We tried for like the first time we did this. We made a pact. We were making it to level 2 before we ended. We ended on level 1 after like 6 hours, being like, "Fuck this."
It wasn't 6 hours.
Nah, I was
It
gonna.
was like 40 minutes.
No, it was like we got like 4 or 5 episodes out of it, so it was nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, all right. Well, fucking, I can die happy now.
Well, you're gonna
I'm gonna die happy? Like,
right now. Yes.
oh, well, we'll see how far I get here, because we're still...
No, I don't mean in the game.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
I figure I'll end your life on a high note.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'm glad that you're looking out for me. Oh, shit. I wonder if I can make 500 points. That'd be crazy. I've never made 500 points before.
Well, there you go.
This is an episode of firsts. I'd just like to say that
Well, that's one first. This is technically the 3rd time you've made it to level 2.
true, but I've never... Oh, is that it? That's
it.
All right, well, you know what? We'll call that here. It's been over 15 minutes, so hopefully that was fun, watching me do something I've never been able to do before, and listening to Dan complain about old games.
God, no,
All right.
they don't suck. I'm tired of them because I've played all of them and there's no replay value to them.
All right, join us next time when I think we're playing Boot Hill. Join us for that. I was happier when it was best 2 out of 3. Would you like to guess why?
Because you were winning?
Yes. Now I'm not as happy. Oh, please don't. Well, hey there, Internet. My name is Tom.
And I'm Daniel.
And we are brothers. We're going to play some games for you. We figured we would start this series off with just an old game that we both played when we were